Gentis Fortuna, fucking you, rat.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started.
Good morning, lad. This could use some repairs.
I'm actually okay on most things.
I'll have a look at the wares.
Oh my gosh, does it have it does have a little hand with a spike. Like in Van Helsing, that's great. I kinda want the Executioner's Axe, because it has a cross in it. Just cut somebody's head off and be like, Jesus Christ be praised. And it's like, yeah. I don't have anything big and long like such. It'd be nice to have something. Battle longsword. Bearded ox. Yeah. No, I'm just poor. Can I go in the bar yet? Come on.
I'm sorry.
Let me in the bar. Yeah. I discovered dice. Hello?
Who's that creepy? Why are you fooling around with that door?
I didn't know. I'm sorry. Hello.
God bless you.
God bless
Why
you.
the hell do they pour the beer on the table?
I don't know. They're drunks, okay? It's bad things happen all the time. Hello, Havel.
Havel, the owner of the local inn, I assume?
That I am. How can I help you?
When I asked where I should go in this city for good wine, your inn was recommended.
You've come to the right place. You won't find better wine in this city. Have you come from far away?
Very far, Goodman. I'm Henry, and I rarely hear my name spoken in my native tongue.
Mine has an unusual ingredient in it. Let's see if you can tell what it is.
Huh.
I travelled around France.
Wonderful. It's not often I get the chance to talk to someone so well-traveled. It'd be nice to have someone to discuss the drink of kings with.
An invitation I can't refuse. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, good man. How shall we begin our tasting? Ah, I know. How about a little white to begin with?
Excellent.
I taste motor oil and oak leaf and blue raspberry.
So, what do you say to that?
Try to say something about wine.
It has a sort of rectangular body and a light taste of something.
A rectangular body? Whatever do you mean?
Oh, that's just a saying we have. A sort of play on words.
I understand. Nevertheless, it's essentially a lighter wine. I like it because it's suitable for many occasions. When I don't know what to serve, I pull out a Moravian white. My father-in-law loves it. He'll be a blessed 70 years old this year, so I'm giving him a few casks to make his old age a little merrier.
That's very kind of you.
There's nothing but misers in this town. They wouldn't think twice about taking their own mother's last piece of bread. I'm not like that. Do I have money? Of course.
But do you have charging
Don't
stations
always
for my
Try
books?
to make people around me happy.
And you're treating me to this wine. You're a real Samaritan. And like it says in the Bible, you give drink to the thirsty.
Anyway, let's have a cup of something else.
My
Okay.
thoughts exactly.
What shall we... Ah, I know. Let's have some red. How about a young Blaufränkisch from Austria? Or as we call it in Bohemia, Blue Frankovka.
From you, Goodman, anything. Pour away.
Quite a decent vintage.
He looks half drunk.
Oof. Rather bitter.
Bitter, yes.
Wine.
But it is a young wine.
All right, but the colour. It's not blue at all. More of a purple. That doesn't seem right.
Ugh.
It's not supposed to be blue. The name is a reference to it not being as red as other wines. It's more a play on words.
You know, like a rectangular body.
I've never heard of such a wine.
Don't worry. Nobody knows everything. Except for my wife.
He seems like he's already been tucking away some wine for a while here.
If you've traveled so widely, tell me, in France, what wine do they appreciate the most? And I don't mean what wealthy nobility think, but what true connoisseurs like you and me appreciate.
I'm gonna say a Bordeaux claret.
Bordeaux claret.
But there must be 100 different kinds. And only the English call it claret, don't they?
That they do. I spent some time in England as well. You know how it is. What should we have next?
Oof. I'm afraid I'm done. It's not quite sitting right with me.
Yeah, I haven't
Such
impressed
an
him.
excellent wine.
Unfortunately. But feel free to stay in my tavern and have a few drinks.
Now, allow me to ask you one more question. I heard you get your supplies from the monastery vineyard.
And what of it? You're not a tax collector, are you?
No.
No, I really am not.
I don't believe a word you say. So let's be clear, you sneak. My business with the monastery vineyard is all above board.
I didn't impugn it.
Everything is set down in my ledger upstairs. And until I see your credentials, it's none of your business.
I promise you that wasn't what I was looking for.
Don't get worked up. I'm not a tax collector.
I don't care. You're snooping around, sticking your nose where it don't belong. I've nothing more to say to you.
Yeah, that worked out well. It was great. That is my tipster.
What's new in town?
These days, there's mainly been talk about scuffles between the Kuttenberg miners. I don't know what it's about, but I heard
Usually child
it has
things.
something to do with a traditional archery contest. If you're interested, go and see the foreman Vlach in the Black Horse Tavern. One more thing. There are 2 German swordsmen staying here all the way from Frankfurt. I think that lot has some kind of dispute with our city council or something. If that's of any interest to you, you should ask them directly. They mostly hang out on Merchant Street, not too far from here. And there's a woman doing up some old building in the Hoplink. She's got big plans for it, I heard. Maybe she'll have something for you to do.
Okay.
Try asking Gelstuck. He owns the Zum Eisner Adler. He's offering a little job. And if you took care of it, you'd be pulling a thorn from my side. And not just mine. All the merchants in the city. And that's about it.
That doesn't sound bad. Thank you.
God bless you, sir.
Okay, so did that put them in my... So he wants me to search Havel's office. I'm not going to do that during the day. I'm going to go meet some, you know, definitely not people who enjoy communism and shit.
Ledger is bound to be interesting.
So it didn't add any of those quests to my... Yeah, it didn't add any of them. Oh, maybe invaders? No. Yep, those are all different regions. Well, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go over to where the Gaza supporters are meeting. They should be west. No, they should be east. Yeah, there's H. Of course, they're probably going to be closer to, they took our germs! They took our germs! They're probably going to be white racists instead of just, you know, really the people that should be an issue for the Jews. Not just the Jews, but the Christians as well in this era. Which I know that this game does not portray particularly historically accurate.
How can I help you today, friend?
I'll have a look at the wares.
Interesting. 4 slots in each of these, but they're expensive. This guy's got boots. Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Radish. Delicious horseradish.
Don't be coy.
An herbalist. Alrighty. What have we got? Flower power. 30 fresh or dried. Let's actually check my inventory. Because I might have that now. No, I definitely do not. I do not have 30. Lucky find. Additional herb or small treasure when I grab herbs. Arrows and bolts have better ballistic properties, so they fly faster, travel farther, and have more penetration. That's pretty freaking cool right there. And I think it does make sense because you've got yourself an interesting, with survival, you know, I think it does make a lot of sense for bowmanship to be on there. Wait. This is the secret entrance. Like, this is the underground. There was a ladder into the underground in here, right? Or not? I guess not. But there is an underground no, there is. Or how am I missing the ladder? Because I was literally in here and climbed down the ladder. I don't know how I missed it, but you know. There, Ace. I guess we're just gonna wait till sunset. Things seem to rot slower in this game, so that's good. And then I'm like, oi, I hate the Jews. What if someone was to round them up in camps and such? And I'm like, yeah! And it's like, Are you kidding? Did I wait too late? It's sunset right now. Are there any Jew haters in here? Hello? Son of a bitch. How? I can't have possibly missed this. I'm gonna wait one more hour. Come for the Jew hatred, stay for the latkes. It's like, okay. I shudder to think what cringe stuff they have for the Jew haters in this. Hello, milady. Do you know about some anti-Semites? Okay, there we are. They're like, are you also a Jew hater? I'm like, yes. Oh no!
Hey! Hey! Open up! Open up!
We got one of them Semites! Hey. It's not even loaded, dude. Okay.
Piece of junk.
That was a weird thing. This is a cutscene.
Never mind. We'll cut this shit down.
Hold on, gentlemen. I must change my outfit. Damn it.
Come on then.
Hey! Okay. Canonically, I just lose that fight.
You know, you've got a saying for moments like this. If you can't bite, don't show your teeth.
Ah, you dang Semites.
Should never have come snooping around where you don't belong. That Philistine Sigismund has sent all sorts of bastards and spies after me.
I'm not a bastard or a
But I have
spy.
to say, you're about the cheekiest mamser of them all, asking me straight out about Liechtenstein.
But I'm not... I'm not Sigismund's spy.
Oh, you're not. So whose spy are you then?
I was sent by Sir Radzig Cobbler. Liechtenstein knows him.
A nice tale. Can you prove it?
The sword on my belt, literally.
Yeah, my sword.
Oh, hey, look at that. Fucking great.
Well, unfortunately for you, I haven't the slightest honor who that is.
He knows Martin.
Jakob, wait. I've changed my mind.
How do you know Martin?
He's coming with us.
See, if they didn't add the shit in this game would be awesome. And I'm glad I didn't have to suffer through like a clan meeting, basically. I'm very happy I didn't have to do that.
Wait, who is that somewhere?
We will soon find out. Let us in.
Wenches or the neighbour's daughter, any dirt you can dig up. Off you go! Oh, who have you brought now, Sam?
I'm not entirely sure, but he says he knows you and absolutely insisted he had to talk to you.
Hello.
Ah. Of course. Henry. Lord Capon of Perkstein's page. We met on my visit to Rattay. He's all right.
Lord Capon's escort. And bodyguard.
I bled from the head for this, thanks.
Quite. Quite. But tell me, what brings you here?
That's another freeze. Come on.
Well, that's
Come on, game. Don't do this to me.
That's quite a long story, sir.
I've got plenty of time, and actually I enjoy long stories. Why? Because they demand a lot of wine.
Okay.
Please, take a seat. And
Is
tell
it
me
kosher for these guys?
If I'm not mistaken, Jobst sent you to von Berkhoff with a message. How did that go?
Quite poorly. Disastrously.
Not well. As we were approaching Trotsky, we were attacked by bandits.
And I got glasses. Do you see them? Look at my glasses.
We only got away by a hair's breadth. And we lost everything, including the message. We ended up in rags, like beggars. They wouldn't let us into the castle.
Yikes, game.
After that, we tried to get by as best we could.
Good God. I need a drink now.
It's like, this is not kosher.
But did you manage to deliver the message in the end?
Yes, But it was touch and go.
I like exciting stories.
Well, you'll love this one then. Apart from being ambushed and almost killed, Capon ended up on the gallows for poaching.
A nobleman on the gallows for poaching?
Well, he looked more like a tramp than a nobleman at the time. He really did have a noose round his neck, though. But it all worked out in the end.
Good gracious. But tell me, who ambushed you?
Come on,
That's
game.
interesting
Don't
as
fuck
well.
up.
Istvan Toth and some others.
What? That sneaky rat from Talmberg? He's still alive.
Not anymore.
More.
You?
Yeah.
Well done. Let's drink to that.
Let's.
Death to the enemy.
What happened next?
We wanted to help von Berghoff catch the bandits who ambushed us. We found out they'd taken over Nabokov Fortress, but the fellow who commanded them fucked us right up, along with von Berghoff's entire force. He lured us into a trap. A terrible massacre. Me and Capon were the only survivors.
It sounds like your guardian angel never gets a moment's rest.
Yeah, right.
There was some luck in it. But it was more that Zizka knew he could get a ransom for Capon.
Wait, Zizka? He's the one who almost killed you.
I almost took his eye.
Aye. He's called Jan Zizka, of Trotsnov.
Well, blow me down. Zizka is in the service of Prokop of Luxembourg, King Wenceslas's cousin.
Uh-huh.
Aye, we found that out as well.
And what the hell was Istvan Toth doing with him?
It turned out he was spying for von Berghoff. But he didn't do a great job, fortunately. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
I am starting to get
This game is
confused.
just freezing
That
all
makes
over the
two of
place.
us.
As soon as we get to this
Maybe
conversation,
we'll
I'm
understand better
gonna
if we get
shut it down.
drunk.
You're not holding back, I see. Your health, then.
Yeah,
After Zizka took his
booze.
prisoner, it finally became clear we were on the same side. And Istvan had to flee.
So when did you kill that bastard?
Not till some time later.
Woof.
Just when we thought we were out of the woods and Istvan was gone, he appeared outside the walls of Nabokov again, with von Berghoff and Markvart von Aulitz. Von Aulitz was on his way to Kuttenberg with reinforcements for Sigismund. And with the finger of God.
With the what?
It's a cannon.
Bombard.
Good lord!
Have you ever seen one? I hadn't, until they used it against us.
I've heard about the bombard. An infernal weapon. Then what?
We didn't have a chance. They blew the tower to pieces and took us all prisoner. They took us to Trotsky and tortured us. But with the help of a woman who works with Zizka, we managed to escape.
Zizka. That man always has a trick or two in reserve.
Thank God. While we were making our escape, I crossed paths with Toth.
Do not adjust your
Finally,
televisions. The game is fucking itself up.
Dull moment with you, I see. To happy endings, then. And where is Lord Capon? Or should I call him the Prince of Poachers?
Well, the most fitting thing to call him would be hostage. Because that's what he is now.
A hostage?
That's right. Von Berghoff took him with him. And that's why I'm here, in fact.
Your original plan went badly awry, I must say.
Correct.
Well, it could have been worse.
That's the way of the world. For my part, I'm forced into hiding, as you've probably noticed. They're after me as if I owed taxes. If only I knew what Jobst would say.
I know exactly what he'd say as it happens.
You do?
I spoke to Jobst just after we arrived at Suchdal. He expressly forbade me to look for you, or try to rescue Capon.
Damned... Did he say why?
Aye. He said you can look after yourself. And as a nobleman, Capon has nothing to fear in captivity.
Ah, Jobst.
No, he has a point.
I must admit, I see his point. He has plans. He wants to take advantage of the truce while it lasts. And he doesn't want to provoke Sigismund into starting warring again. And he's probably right about Capon. Nobody's going to throw away the chance of a fat ransom, or waste a nice opportunity for blackmail.
Well, isn't it illegal to kill a nobleman?
At least have warned me, whatever his plans might be.
Zizka sees Jobst as a pain in the arse, too. I mean, he's not fond of him. And he doesn't approve of his plan.
Then I expect he and I will see eye to eye. Although I prefer a different strategy to braining all and sundry with a mace. Even
So that's pretty cute.
What brings you to me? You didn't take this risk just to tell me what Jobst is like, or that I should carry on with what I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
No. My first concern is to rescue Lord Capon, whatever schemes Jobst is dreaming up.
And then...
That's all.
Nevertheless, let's turn the page. Capon. How do you plan to free him?
That's exactly
I'm
what
gonna
it takes
use
to
my
do.
mech suit.
Oh. How's that?
Because you move in certain circles.
And...
You conspire. You hear all the rumors.
So?
So you might know where they're holding him.
Sigismund confiscated the property of some burghers and noblemen in the city when they opposed him. And he divided the property up between his loyal followers. He seized Malashov Fortress from the Rutards, for instance. And didn't you say, Sam, that he gifted it to von Berkhoff?
Yes, that is so.
Interesting.
That was before von Berkhoff was in these parts. But if he's here now, where else would he be but in Malashov? And if von Berkhoff is there...
Then
that's where his
Capon could
captive
be.
will be.
Correct. Capon is at Malashov Fortress.
Could be at Malashov Fortress.
Well, that's fucked then. How the hell three of us conquer a fortress, and one of us a woman?
That's a conquest I'd like to see. It would go down in history.
The history of suicidal madness.
You can't just launch an assault on Malashov.
Thanks, medieval Ben Shapiro.
Strong fortress. We'll need a cunning plan.
Or long ladders and lots of men.
Come on, game, stop fucking up.
Careful. Jobst ordered us not to stir up trouble. And this would be serious trouble.
Yes, it
But
would.
if Capon simply vanished...
Vanished how, exactly?
I don't know
Like a
yet.
thief in the night.
But like I said...
Like a little
Malashov
twink boy.
belonged to the Rutards. And I'm sure they're not keen on the new tenant. I think if you pay a visit to Sir Kunslin Rutard and convince him you have common interests, he'll be happy to think up a solution with you.
Like what?
Who knows? Perhaps Lord Rutard knows of a back door into his old home, and he might not be averse to an arrangement with someone who will help him take revenge.
Revenge.
Someone like you.
Thanks for pointing out the obvious, medieval Ben
Wouldn't
Shapiro.
get my hopes up. But it's the best we've got, and there's no harm in trying. Where can I find this Kunslin?
Sigismund seized his fortress, but, surprisingly, he let him keep his palace in the city. It's right next to the Italian court.
All right, I'll give it a go.
Once you have some news, you know where to find me. Is there anything you want to know before you go?
Come to think of it, I've no idea where we actually are.
Of course. I'd forgotten how you got here.
We're in the Jewish quarter, in the basement of the King Solomon Tavern, below my tavern. Goyim do not just wander in here, but I will tell my people you are with us.
Thanks a whole lot. All right, I'll set off now.
Good luck. It was good to see you again, Henry. And be careful.
I like the feeling of this game a lot more than the first one.
This city
Kind of building a little resistance
Tell me
group.
about it. Danger is my daily bread these days.
Wait a moment. We have something that belongs to you, I think. Your sword.
Yeah, please.
Yes, that's a fact.
I must say, it is a fine piece of work. Where did you get it?
My father gave it to me. He was a blacksmith and a swordsmith. In Scallis. It's the last sword he ever forged.
Ah. I am sorry. In any case, here it is. Take care of it.
I will. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, that means that it's time to see you guys later, because I have a terrifying, horrible graphics issue and I don't know what the problem is. See you.